Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and I'm here with On300 Michigan Edge commit Devon Baxter, soon to be signee. By the time you guys watch this, Devon will have signed his national letter of intent. Dev, what is it going to mean to you to put pen to paper and officially become a Michigan Wolverine?
That's going to be everything for me, not just me, my family. We all been looking forward to this day. Everybody in the school been asking when is the sign today. Are they going to be able to attend? So it's definitely going to be a big event. I got teachers wanting to come and see it and experience it with me. So it's definitely going to be a fun day for everybody.
So obviously you committed to Michigan kind of early in the process, and you stuck with the Wolverines throughout it. What kept you so solid? Why is Michigan the right place for you?
I felt like when I was up there, I felt like this was home. I talked to my family. My family got the same vibe. So after my family gave me the AOK, I was like, yeah, this definitely it. And after I committed, I'm one of those who believe in sticking through all the way. So there ain't no changing for me. If I go there, I'm going.
When you were first offered by Michigan, you didn't even have a picture on your profile, no stars or anything. What did it mean to you for Michigan to offer you early in the process and to believe in you before a lot of people really even knew about you?
That whole day was crazy. When I got that offer, it was just me and my mom in the house. I ran straight to my mom and I was yelling. Me and my mother was yelling. She was excited. That was my first real major big offer. So I was extremely excited. Matter of fact, I think I ran out the house a couple of times yelling "Go Blue." My neighbors asked what happened. I had to tell my neighbors. That whole day was just crazy. That was a fun day for everybody. That call, my brother, that call was amazing too. So yeah.
I came out to see you almost right after you picked up that offer, and you were doing a training session, and it seemed like you were interested in Michigan but hadn't really visited. At what point did you know, okay, Michigan's a school that's going to be a serious player in my recruitment?
I kind of always knew it. It was more at the beginning. It was kind of the distance thing that played a big role. I'm real close to my family, and that would be I'll probably be the farthest person away from everybody. So it was kind of getting used to all that. And then after I got past the distance thing and realized that's not no real important factor in my decision, I really got down to the basis of Michigan and what they do and how they develop people and push people to be great and they develop and produce on the next level. That's when it really was just like, yeah, it's a no-brainer for real. There's nobody else who can compete with the way they can rate players.
So I actually put in a prediction for you to end up at Michigan before you even took your OV. I kind of had a feeling that you would really like it out there. And I think that visit kind of sealed the deal for you as well. What stood out about actually being in Ann Arbor and getting a feel for Michigan?
Is honestly, the second I got off the bus and we got to the hotel, when I got in the hotel, the power was out. And I'm on the phone with one of my friends, and I'm like, man, the energy down here is just different. I don't know what it is, but the energy, I'm feeling the energy, and I ain't even stepped foot on the facility or anything yet. So then when I got on the facility, everything, the vibes just kept going. I just kept feeling the energy. I was like, it's something about this place, especially somebody that's standing up to me, and this going to really go a long way, I can tell.
Michigan obviously has a long history of producing pass rushers and guys at your position, from Aiden Hutchinson to David Ajabo. You're a guy that I feel like, your best football is definitely ahead of you. How much do you think you can develop at Michigan, and how much does it mean to you to follow in the footsteps of some of those great elite edge guys?
It means a lot. I definitely feel like I got a long way to go to developing. I feel like Michigan, Coach Rooney, Coach Elston, they could definitely get me to that next level. And that level being great at some point. So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm definitely excited to be in those footsteps. I got some big shoes to fill, but with hard work, we can always fill them shoes.
We're sitting here in the weight room. Soon you'll be in a much bigger weight room at Michigan. How much do you think you'll get to develop under Ben Herbert, and how much do you think that'll benefit you just getting under his watch, since he's one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the country?
I definitely think I'm going to develop a lot with Coach Herb. It's definitely going to be great because, I take the weight room very serious. The weight room is definitely one of the things I take the most serious about anything because, weight room builds character, and character goes a long way outside of football. But I definitely feel like I'm going to develop a lot in the weight room there.
So you obviously had a great relationship with the Michigan staff, Coach Roney, Coach Elston, Coach Minter. They all made it an in-home visit with you. Just tell me a little bit more about the bond you built with those guys already.
But those bonds really all started in the weight room. They came to visit me, and I was going through a workout, and they just loved the way I work out. And that's how we really started talking and clicking more. That's kind of how I got my official visit for real. So yeah, once I got up there, we all was talking, and they were just talking about my work ethic and how they like the way I work, and how they like the way I carry myself. And as we got more talking, we kept communication. The relationship just built from there.
So a lot of times, coaches at the collegiate level can be kind of like second fathers in a sense because you're further away from home and stuff. But a lot of people don't know that your actual father is one of your high school coaches, your own defensive line coach. What was it like playing for your dad at Gwynn Park?
Sometimes it can be rough because them practices get a little crazy sometimes when he holding you to a different standard than everybody else because he sees something different. Not only as your coach, but as your father. So he just pushed you to a whole nother level than he pushed everybody else. And at first it can kind of be frustrating, especially when you're younger, because he's been my coach pretty much my whole life. So when you're younger, it definitely can be frustrating. But as you get older, you start getting used to it, and you start seeing that he really just wants the best for you. And he sees things that you can do that you couldn't see that you can do yet.
I don't think I've ever even heard you call your dad Dad. It's always Coach Bax. So how much have you picked up from Coach Bax just breaking down film about Michigan, breaking down film, of yourself? How much does that help, just having a coach in your corner as well as a dad?
Yeah, I definitely do call my father Coach Bax. A lot of happens in the house sometimes. But he definitely does help a lot as a coach in breaking down film. We watch every game together. And there'd be times where a play would happen, we'll rewind and watch the play back just to see everything that was going on. Or it's times where we might record a game and rewatch the whole game together and things of that nature. It definitely helped. We was in a classroom up in Michigan because we was talking with the coaches were breaking it down, and my father was also taking notes on his own in his head and all that. When we got back to the hotel, I went up there and talked to them for a little bit, and we was talking about everything. And he was going further in depth about everything and breaking it down with me so we can really talk and understand and see where I would fit in. So it definitely was a big help with the recruiting and all that stuff too as well.
You're definitely a big guy. Everybody knows, when they look at the class, they see Devon Baxter, they see this big edge, but people don't really know you started off as a quarterback. Tell me a little bit about your football journey, kind of how you ended up switching from quarterback to being a guy that hits the quarterback.
And I played quarterback from probably around 7U, 8U to my eighth grade year. My eighth grade year, I was invited to the UA All-American camp and played and participated in that. My eighth grade year, played with Maryland Heat for a little bit. I actually ended up changing my ninth grade year because of COVID. I went into COVID probably 185 in March. By January, I was 260, so it was kind of that quarterback dream kind of was going downhill. So I had no choice to change position to offense. Originally, I didn't even want to play defense at first. I just wanted to strictly be a tight end, but my uncle, he pushed that defense. And at first, I didn't see it. But as I started getting into workouts and really understanding what I could be, that's when it all started clicking.
How did you gain so much weight? Were you just eating McDonald's every day?
I got in the weight room real heavy at first. I started getting healthy weight. I got up to like 225 healthy, and I was still doing basketball. So going into those workouts and all that, I was looking real good. And then in November, I think the COVID rates had spiked, and my mom was like, "Nah, we gotta chill out because she don't want to catch COVID, and the rates are going up real high." So I had to stop going to workouts. When I stopped going to workouts, my brother was also home from college, and he was in the process of trying to gain weight. And it kind of became a competition that he could eat more, and I ended up winning by the long run for sure. And I got up in weight real bad.
Tell me about cutting that weight and how you felt you performed as a senior.
Cutting that weight wasn't really hard because it was real unhealthy weight. So when I started working out with the football team going into my 10th grade year, the running kind of knocked me down to like 235, and then when I got into basketball season, I went from 235 to like 195. So I lost a lot. I ended up losing a whole bunch of that weight, having to gain it back. What was the other question?
Just how you performed as a senior, and how you feel health-wise, I guess, with your body kind of transformed.
My senior year, I definitely feel like I had a good year. I definitely could have had more plays for sure. As a whole, I definitely feel like we could have gone way farther than we did. We had a whole bunch of missed plays. We were all from the very beginning. We were missing players due to grades, so that kind of put us behind the eight ball at the beginning. But I definitely feel like I had a good senior year. Definitely could have did more. But yeah, and then health-wise, I'm feeling good. Back in the weight room, but in the weight room with my guys, Aubrey, Melvin, and Kid Ron Brown. Been working out with them, with my uncle. So yeah, definitely been getting back right, trying to get bigger.
It seems like your weight can fluctuate quite a bit, which might be pretty useful at Michigan, where Coach Herb puts on weight, takes off weight. What do you think ideally you want to be at Michigan?
My goal before I get to Michigan is 250. Is 250. To at least hit 250 before I get up there. And I'm currently at like 232, 235, somewhere in that range. But with Coach Harbaugh, I'm probably going to get up to like 265, 270. And probably still moving the same.
Well, you did move well this year on the defensive side. You also made plays as a receiver. You even got some time back at your natural quarterback position. You talked a little bit to Michigan about getting some time on offense because you're a pretty big weapon, man.
No, I actually haven't spoken about getting any time on offense, but I'm definitely not against it. If you got any trick plays that need to get me out there and throw the ball, coming down with it for sure.
Let's learn a little bit about you as a person. Obviously, we know Dev, the football player. Tell me about Dev, the person, some interesting things about you, what you like to do away from the field.
Away from the field, I'm a big in-house guy. I do not leave the house like that. The only time I leave the house is if I'm going with the football players. We all go to the rec sometimes, and we'll run fives against each other and just have fun at the rec. But otherwise, I'm in the house. And if I'm not playing the game, I'm probably chilling with the family, watching movies, or just sleep or something.
I guess from a classroom standpoint, I know you're a smart kid as well, taking honors classes and AP classes. What do you want to major in at Michigan, and how much do you value what they can offer from an education standpoint?
I know for sure I want to do something in the kinesiology field. I still haven't quite figured out what I want to do in that field. I'm still searching. My mom has been helping me with that. So yeah, I still haven't figured that out yet, but I'm gonna figure it out soon. I know it's in the kinesiology field for sure.
When you think in your mind, okay, 3 or 4 years from now, I'm going to be pretty much done at Michigan, looking ahead at life, where do you see yourself, 3, 4 years down the line?
Getting ready for the NFL draft, getting bigger, getting faster, just on my 10, to hold my own.
Thanks, Dev.
Sure.